Get this algorithm. Get that algorithm. Get all my algorithms at www.algorithm.com. That's ALGIIRHYTHM.com. Let's get it. Let's talk about R. Kelly for a moment. Right now, there's a huge push to quote unquote mute R. Kelly, stop playing his music, and throw the man in jail. This new push for justice really boiled over upon the release of a 6-part docuseries by the name of Surviving R. Kelly. To give you a brief background, in 1994, R. Kelly married a 15-year-old up-and-coming R&B singer by the name of Aaliyah. The following year, Aaliyah's family annulled the marriage, and in 1998, they expunged the records from the courts. It was said that Aaliyah was introduced to Kelly when she was only 12 years old. The public was made well aware of this, but the public continued to purchase and consume R. Kelly's music. Now fast forward to February 2002. A video surfaced of R. Kelly engaging in sexual conduct with an underage individual and notoriously urinating upon her. I even remember hearing reports of people bootlegging and selling copies of that sex tape on the streets. Come on, people. But eventually, R. Kelly was acquitted of all charges in June of 2008. Once again, before and after the charges and the trial, the public continued to purchase and consume R. Kelly's music. He's one of the greatest selling artists of all time. Fast forward to 2018. There was a story making its rounds saying that R. Kelly had sex slaves and a number of females that were being held against their wish in his compound and whatnot. But that story kind of went to the wayside. It faded away. 2019. That's when that docuseries, Surviving R. Kelly, was released. And that's when you start to see these self-righteous celebrities all join up against him, trying to badmouth him, the same people that were supporting and playing his music in the past. Take a moment to think about that. Some had even collaborated with him on a creative level. I never heard any of them publicly admonish Kelly as they're doing right now. It's like they're trying to save face. And guess who follows suit? The general public, baby. These little sheep need to follow the rest of the herd. They can't think for themselves. You've known what's been going on for approximately 25 years, but yet you have not had any kind of uprising or any sustained effort toward boycotting this individual. Be consistent. Think for yourselves. And I would like to formally say for the record, I think R. Kelly is guilty as charged. The man is a genius, a musical genius. There's no denying that. But as in the case with many geniuses, there's a drawback. And R. Kelly's drawback is his fixation with underage females. The man is guilty. The general public has known this. The celebrities have known this. The media has known this. I have known this. But I made a conscious decision to continue listening to his music up until this point. I'm not going to stop now, just because everybody else is doing that, or supposedly doing that. So why aren't I so eager to jump upon this next bandwagon that's coming by? Why? It's because I see the blatant habitual pattern of racial double standards. We still have these nasty white Catholic priests still walking around scot-free regardless of their past and present molestation and rapes of young children. And yet, the Catholic Church sweeps everything under the rug and tries to cover their tracks. As of June 1st, 2018, it has been reported by the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops that the number of priests that have been accused of sexually abusing children totaled 6,846. The number of survivors that have come forward is 19,001. Now, my question is, where is the whole mute the Catholic Church uprising and outrage and backlash that R. Kelly is currently facing? The Catholic Church and his priests are basically R. Kelly on steroids. Fun fact, I have an episode where I discuss God and religion. but you can't listen to it yet because it hasn't been released yet. It was supposed to be released this week, but I had to get this off my chest. So next week, look out for that God and Religion podcast. Now back to the regularly scheduled program. The racial double standard within the great halls of justice. I will only be satisfied when I see the same type of media blitz and public outrage and quick call to action upon law enforcement when it comes to capturing and trying these alleged white perpetrators. I don't want to hear anything about the statute of limitation. Bill Cosby was still sent to jail the last time that I checked. I don't know when the last time it was that I heard anything about the cases of Harvey Weinstein, Louis C.K., Sean Penn, Kevin Spacey, Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, Bill O'Reilly. The list goes on and on and on. But the file of Jussie Smollett's self-sabotage and paid-off self-beating is signed and complete and stamped expedite in red ink. Great job, Chicago Police Department. Regardless of all of the unsolved murders and crimes of the past, you seem to have gotten this one right. This is your moment. Look, everybody deserves a fair trial. But since we're bringing everything out from the past, which I have no problem with doing, if you did it, you've done it. I don't believe in little statutes of limitation and all that other garbage. But let's approach all of this fairly. Let's not pick and choose how we want to treat who and who. Now, the media will always have its biases as to how it will cover and report upon people of color. There's a much deeper underlying factor which extends beyond this case of R. Kelly and many other cases that have come before it. But what I'm so sick and tired of seeing is how a good number of black people just seem to be so ready and easily manipulated into buying into some story that is initiated by the media when it comes to destroying another person of color. It seems as if these blacks are still slaves within their own minds and are looking for the affirmation and the direction of the white man of who and how and supposedly why that they should attack the next person within their own community in order to forward a much bigger agenda that's unbeknownst to them. So why am I disappointed? It's because I see a blatant continuation of blacks being able to be easily manipulated by their historic white oppressors. It happened in the slavery era. It happened in the civil rights era. It happened in the colonial era. And it's happening today. Wake yourselves up. This goes way beyond R. Kelly. R. Kelly is nothing. It's the principle behind it all that's to be taken away and learned about. If you're easily divided and you fight amongst each other, you're easily conquered and enslaved in one capacity or another. It's been happening throughout the course of time in history. So let's recap. I know that R. Kelly's guilty, and I've known that he's guilty, but I'm not about to have the media and those that control it tell me when to rally and jump on a bandwagon to put him behind bars, and as a result, help forward their own greater agenda in which they have failed to disclose to me. First, I need some inconsistencies within these double standard examples and beyond these examples to be answered before I jump on anything. The other day I was on Facebook and I came across a meme that read, quote, "It's easy to destroy the black man because its people will help you do it," end quote. And all I could do was laugh. Because it's true.